Hello everyone and welcome to Assetto Corsa. Now I'm going to talk about a few things in this video. First off, let me explain the race because we're about to kick off and I'm in a Z4 GT3 and this is a pre-populated race that Assetto Corsa have already sort of programmed in so you can just jump in and get racing. It's a bit rough as you see there with the McLaren. I just like to hit that from behind because he hit the BMW GT car there. And it does get rough in the race, but that's because I'm pushing really hard. And that's where I'm going to start off with this video, is about the game generally. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's one of the best games I've ever played physics wise. I mean, the car does what you expect it to do in real life. It's weird, like if you go into a corner or I don't know, say for example I go in trail braking and I trail brake too hard, the nose gets too heavy, the rear gets too light, the car swings round and suddenly you get oversteer. Perfect, that's exactly what happens in real life. If I hit a curb in the wrong fashion, so the weight transfer shifts totally to one side, then suddenly the car starts to react in a really violent way, which it should do because the weight is on one side, when you know the car's reacting because of the weight transfer, and it does. And you know, each car handles really differently. So in this race, I did this race a few times, and this is sort of one of the most entertaining ones, so I'll put this up. And I had to adjust myself from the 599 because I went back to the 599 and had another go at it without the lag, and you know, that car is amazing, it sounds awesome, as does its Z4. But you have to sort of get used to each car's characteristics. Like this car seems to have far more grip, especially on the rear as well. I feel like I can put my foot down a lot earlier. As you can see there, I'm putting it in the corner. Now if I did that in the 599, because it's got so much more power, I found myself oversteering like crazy. So you've got to adjust to each individual car, and that as well is just a bonus, because when you come to each car that you want to try and race and just get used to, you got to learn it, you got to understand it, and then you can move forward. So you know, all these things are, you know, are making me rate this game so highly. And I wouldn't even want to call it a game, I want to call it a simulator, because it really is that at the moment. I mean, physics wise it seems to be the best out there at the moment. So if you want a proper racing sim, go for this game as far as I'm aware. And remember, this is in beta, it's not the full game yet, we're in 0.8, so the full game will obviously be version 1, and the fact we're in beta and it's this good, you know, just imagine what's to come. I mean, if we can get multiplayer racing, which will be in there, oh my word, I'm gonna want to do so many championships in this, and that's just where it's gonna go really, because I reckon this is gonna easily compete with iRacing. And if they get the online sorted, now remember, to me, online versus physics, if you get the physics right, the online bit should be easier, because obviously it's servers and hosting and that sort of stuff is out there, whereas getting the physics right in the first place is the hardest bit. You know, all games have different physics. This seems to be the best for now. I mean, you know, Gran Turismo's on its 6th generation of the game. This is the first time, you know, the first Assetto Corsa, so you know, it gives you sort of an eye-opener there really. Speaking of Gran Turismo 6, I'm going to start playing that again. I know I've taken quite a break from that game recently, but that's just because of time, and now I've got a bit more time again. I'm going to start racing a bit more on that, do a bit more Richard Burns as well. With Gran Turismo, I want to find a championship I can run in, a sprint championship of some sort, or to commentate on. I'm not bothered which really. I think maybe to one to race, one to commentate. I don't know. Tell me what you think if you want me to do both. I don't want to do another endurance like commentary because it takes up a huge amount of time. I mean, you got in the Pure's Japanese Grand Touring series, which was epic by the way. If you haven't watched them, go watch them. But you've got like 2 hours of watching, then another 2 hours of rewatching the video you've just edited, then you've got all the graphics editing, which takes 2 or 3 hours, and then obviously you got the upload time and the render time in general. So you're talking a long time. That's why they were sort of delayed and a lot longer than I thought they would be, but they turned out awesome. I mean, I've watched a bit of one on my telly downstairs and it's absolutely epic. It looks like a proper racing series. It looks really good. So hopefully I can do that with a sprint series, so it's a bit shorter, you know, you can see the action straight from the off, and I want it to be really close. So one bake series would be awesome, because I think the racing would be so tight, and then mistakes cost you huge, so you get your like best drivers having to find the extra tenth, but the cost of the extra tenth can actually be, you know, going off the track and falling off and losing out in the race. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Assetto Corsa, I want to find a championship for this as well as soon as multiplayer is ready. I don't think it's ready yet, I've not actually looked, so but yeah, I want to find a championship I can race in this, because I'm going to love this. And this game as well really punishes you if you get it wrong. So if you spin out, and then you've got to try and catch up. Now versus the AI, because they're still a little bit tiptoey around each other, you can catch up quite quick at the start. But as you see now, I'm racing full on with this Z4, and I've been racing for a while, and look, we're going similar speeds. He's being aggressive with me, doesn't defend there that much, but as I come into here, I'm going to try and outbrake him. Look at that, straight outbrake. But I've gone in too deep. Now the rears have locked, spun around a bit. Now he's gone around the outside. That's AI. That is what we want from AI. You know, when you want to play on your own, a quick little race, and the AI does stuff like that, it's absolutely awesome. And as you can see, the other guys have just shot off ahead. So I've got a big challenge to catch up to the McLaren in front. And remember, I was following the black and yellow Z4, which is overtaking the McLaren now. So obviously he's pushing hard, and the fact that he's pushing hard means I can push hard to try and catch him. And you know, well, I feel these are good laps. I don't know what it's like versus the rest of the community. It could be shocking, but you know, the fact that you can do these laps and you're racing with the AI and you're not like overtaking them easy mode is absolutely awesome. So yeah, we're gonna do Gran Turismo. I'm gonna do some more time trials on that as well and get back into seasonals and stuff, just to, you know, keep my eye in. Obviously, we've got Assetto Corsa, of course, with the racing. I want to do some races there. I'll bring some of the sort of events as well. I want to win this event, which is going to be blimmin' hard work with the it's a Ferrari P4 or 5 up front, and it's 2 seconds lap faster than the rest of the GT cars, so I'm not sure whether that's even possible to beat. I don't know. It will be possible, we can do it. Nothing's impossible on this channel, so we'll try that. And remember, we've also got Let's Get Real. It's a bit late on March's video, but that'll be out on Friday, I hope. Friday, whatever it is, the 11th. And I've basically decided what I'm going to do, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. Most of you who follow Twitter probably already know what I'm going to do. So yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, and we get a massive oversteer moment there. Got that one though. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, please do. I do tweet back to everybody that I see tweet me. Otherwise, I'll let you finish watching this video and me catching the McLaren, and do watch it till the end because it gets quite interesting. And also listen to the engine noise, because the sounds add even more to this game. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.